Imagine you and your siblings were going to Busch Gardens and there was a new roller coaster, but you had to be at least 62 inches to ride it. But then when you check your height, you are 58 inches tall. Would you be able to ride the roller coaster? Well, if you want to know how to answer that question and many others like it, you might want to watch this video. Hey, what's up, chat? Welcome to Unit 6, Day 3. We are translating verbal situations and expressions into inequalities today. Okay, and so to begin, it's going to be important that we remember some key phrases and some key terms that are going to indicate which symbol we need to use, as well as which mathematical operation that we need to use. And so we're going to start by just going over some key terms that should be familiar and should make sense pretty clearly. And then we're going to do a few examples. So let's take a look at the key words. All right. And so we have less than. Okay. So that's the less than symbol. Some key words for less than is less than, fewer than, under, and below. So in all of those situations, whatever you are referring to has to be lower, has to be less than, has to be under a particular number. Okay. The next inequality is we want to talk about less than or equal to. Okay. And so when you are dealing with less than or equal to, whatever the number is, whatever the value is, it must be under that. It can be equal to that, but it must be, it can either be that or lower, right? So some key words to help you with less than is maximum, at most, up to, no more than, and does not exceed. All of those terms mean that I can go up to that or below. It has to be less than. All right. And then next, we have greater than or equal to. Okay, greater than or equal to. Terms that indicate that it is greater than or equal to is that the term minimum, at least, no less than, no fewer than. Okay, anytime you see all of those phrases, it's saying that whatever your value is, it must be greater than whatever the number is. Okay, so the unknown is greater than what we do know. All right, the reference. And then lastly, we just have greater than, okay? And some key words to help you with greater than is more than, above, over, exceeds, all right? In all of those cases, it must be greater. Can't also be that, it must be more than that, all right? Now, this is by way of review. If you were going to graph these, remember, okay, whenever it is just less than, that's an open circle. If it's less than or equal to, that's a closed circle. If it's greater than or equal to, that's closed, and then open circle. And for our problems today, we won't be graphing, we'll just be writing them, all right? And so you want to remember there's some key words that you need to know what mathematical operation it refers to. Now, I'm not going to list all of them, okay? We did this in the last unit with Unit 5 with equations. This list can be similar, right? There's certainly words from that list that you should remember, but I'm just going to give us a few just to get started. So the first ones for addition is the word sum, okay? The word sum is the answer to an addition problem. You have to know that. Also, the word difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. You should know that. Actually, run out of space there. Okay, difference. And then product is the answer to a multiplication problem. And then quotient is the answer to a division problem. So those are the terms that you certainly need to know. Okay, all of them mean the answer to that type of a problem. Okay, and then we could pick some other words here, right? To add, you're adding, you are increasing. Okay, so you can say increase by. We can say decrease. take away, terms like that. Product, we could say whenever we need to do like twice something, that is one that's important. For division, if you're taking half of something, okay, you're cutting it in half. And so those are just a few terms. Again, you can look up more if you'd like and add those to the list. But those are some of the main ones. And as we go through the problems, if there's ones that we're missing, maybe we can go back and add it to the list. But those are a few just to get us started. Okay, so as you encounter, if you are doing a Desmos activity and you come across ones that you don't have on this list, I would encourage you to go back and add it to this list so that you have it. I just wanted to get you started here. All right. Now, so let's actually get into some examples. Okay. So first one says -3 times a number is no more than 20. Okay. And so the key is that we're just breaking each piece down and then we're translating it to write a mathematical sentence. So all right, so we got -3, okay, so that's the first part of that, and then times, that indicates multiplication, so I can just put a dot, right? When it says a number or an unknown value, that refers to a letter, so I'm just going to pick X. Is no more than, okay, so again, no more than. Where is no more than on my inequality? Well, no more than right here means less than or equal to. So we're going to go less than or equal to 20. Okay, and so hopefully you see how I just broke that down. And now I'm going to write my inequality. So we got -3x, okay, because we're multiplying that. We just put them together, right? Is no more than, it's less than or equal to 20. All right, and there you have it. And so in this case, all I'm doing is I'm just translating them. I'm actually not even having to solve them today. Okay. Let's look at the next one. It says a backpack can hold no more than 25 pounds. Okay, so we're talking about a backpack. So a backpack is what we're talking about. So that is where I'm going to get sort of my variable. So we'll just say B, all right? We could choose X, we could choose Z, we could choose any letter. I'm just choosing B because we're talking about a backpack. And it can hold no more than, okay? So again, back over here. No more than is less than or equal to. I hate that that's the, both of those said no more than. Should have had those in a different order, but it is okay. 25 pounds, no more than 25 pounds. All right. Now let's look at another one. The sum of, okay, so the sum of twice a number. Okay. Now we got to remember back last time in Unit 5 when we are finding the sum and we're multiplying it. So we're multiplying by the sum of a number. You have to use parentheses here, okay? So this is going to be twice a number, okay? The sum of twice a number, I am adding a number and 6, okay? That's the sum part, but I'm multiplying it by 2, okay? Because that's what twice means, okay? So the sum of twice a number is 6. Is at least, okay, is at least. Well, where is at least? At least is greater than or equal to. So is at least greater than or equal to 5. All right. Let's go on to the next one. So the gym, right, holds at most 660 students. So, gym, G, okay, again, I'm picking G. I could pick any letter, right? But the gym holds at most, okay? At most. That is greater than or equal to. I'm sorry, that is less than or equal to. less than or equal to 660 students. All right. Now, I've done a couple, okay, and there are 5 more. I want to have you pause the video, and I want you to see if you can do the next 5 on your own, and then I will go over it. Make sure you pause it. Again, just try to break it down. Refer to our chart where it has each of them, the key words, and then see if you can get these on your own and check back in just a moment. All right, so we got 4 is greater than half of a number less 8. Okay, so 4 is greater than half of a number. So we're taking half of a number, and so you could do that one or two ways. You could say x divided by 2, or you could say 1/2 times x. So half of a number divided by 2 is less 8. We're going to subtract 8. Okay. Next one, the difference of a number. So the difference, that's subtraction. What are we subtracting? A number and 5. So a number minus 5 exceeds. Okay. Exceeds is greater than 30. All right. Next one, the minimum score needed to pass the test is, okay, so the minimum score needed to pass is 70. Okay, so minimum score. So we're looking for the minimum and the score. So the score, that's what we're talking about here. It has a minimum. Minimum means it must be that or more. So it is greater than or equal to, I have to get that, or I can get better, but I have to get at least a 70 there. So that is the inequality, is the score is greater than or equal to 70. All right. If a child must be at least, okay, child is the variable, at least 48 inches to ride the roller coaster. So child at least greater than or equal to 48. All right. Next one, the total cost for dinner. So cost is what we are looking for. It must be under 50. Okay. So the cost is C. That's what we don't know. It must be under. Under is less than. So it must be less than $50. And then lastly, the sum. Okay, we're adding. What are we adding? 3 times a number and 4. So we got 3 times a number and 4 is less than or equal to 20. All right. All right, and there you have it, folks. So in this, all you have to do is just focus on breaking down each piece, right? You're taking what you don't know, that is the variable, and you are, again, just, determining what, you're translating what the phrase is saying, okay? And so we're gonna do more practice with this, and I think the more practice you get with this, the better you're gonna be able to know which words mean which inequality symbol. But in this lesson, we have learned how to translate verbal situations and expressions into inequalities. And we out.